People sometimes ask me if I became the Ron Van Dam Show announcer because I love what Ron does and I love his comedy. Well, no. It's because Ron broke me out of a Tijuana prison back in '82 and smuggled me across the border in a suitcase in the trunk of a Yugo. And I still owe him for that. Muchas gracias, mi amigo. You're listening to The Ron Van Dam Show on New England Broadcasting.
Ron Van Dam is an experienced talk show host. Do not attempt to try this at home.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Okay, whatever.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome to the program. It is the Ron Van Dam Show. Oh, yes, it is. Thanks for being here. Make yourself comfortable. This won't take very long. And you might want to write all this stuff down because it's going to be really, really important and wonderful. Oh, that's right, kids. You don't write things down anymore. You might want to record this then. Is that it? What do we do? What do we save this to the cloud? What do we do with this thing? Okay. Well, it is Monday, and on Mondays, I tend to reintroduce some of the people that make this show possible. It's a contractual arrangement that I have with them. I'm legally bound to do this. John Shanahan is your announcer, comedy writer, incredible guy. John Shanahan, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, John. I've worked with John for like so many decades. It really makes us both seem incredibly old. And we are. And then there's Nicole Reed. She's that British voice that you hear at the beginning of the program. Is she really British? I don't think so. She's one of our producers. She books many of the national interviews that we do on this show because I'm incapable of doing it, or I don't really have the time, nor the wherewithal, nor the impotence to do it. Did he say he was impotent? Wait a minute. Then there's Jason Shaw. You're listening to his composition. He's written the open and closing themes for us, performs it as well. Jason Shaw, incredible man, talented individual. Jason Shaw. Then there's Julie Cochran. She's not even aware she's doing this for us. She's does some of the voiceover stuff. She's fantastic too. There are other people that contribute to this show, not with money, but with blood. And it's fine. I give them a cookie, and it's all over. Jason Shaw. Wonderful. How are you? Welcome to the program. Sit down, relax, make yourself comfortable. All right. I don't want to give my age away again. I'll simply give you a range. I'm between the ages of 20 and 172. I'm somewhere in there. Wedged somewhere in there is my age. I'm not going to tell you what my birth sign is because I don't understand what that means. The Zodiac thing? Duh. I'm a rooster? Is that the Chinese? I don't know what I am a rooster, by the way. Not by... my parents were not birds. I am not poultry, basically. And if you have sex with me, I have to be fully cooked first. Check my temperature. No. Zodiac-wise, I think they call me Scorpio. which makes me an interesting individual, and pretty much now you can understand why I do this for a living. There are some zodiac signs that I do not want to have. I don't want to be Pisces. That means I'm a fish. Is that right? I certainly don't want to be Cancer. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Go through life with my zodiac sign as a horrible death disease? No. That's awful. That's just awful. Could I be a Sagittarius? I can't even spell it, much less be it. And there are others, and I don't know what they are because I'm not into this crap. I know some people who are very into the zodiac signs. Oh, they even used to watch that TV show with Telly Savalas. What? Are those Kojak? Oh, those Zodiac. Okay, never mind. Then they have, I saw a couple of what do they call those shows? The crime shows, the HVO, that thing, Crime and Punishment, what do they call that thing? The show, what they have, there are always murders in it, SUV, SVU, I don't understand. I watch those shows, and they have, there's a Zodiac killer every once in a while. Ooh, okay. Right. So, no, I'm not into it, but I do have friends. I'm sorry, let me correct that. I have acquaintances that are into the Zodiac, and they live their lives according to what the Zodiac sign says is going to happen to them on a particular day in a particular lifetime. It's charted. It's all been decided. It doesn't matter what you do in your life, how hard you work, nothing. It means nothing. You've already been charted. You're on paper somewhere. And if your zodiac sign tells you this is going to happen to you, damn it, shut up. Don't even bother. That's why I'm not into it. I'd be sitting in a chair all my life. Not that I don't do that already. But I would figuratively be sitting in a chair all my life, not having to do anything because things have already been charted for me. This is going to happen whether I change it or not. I can't do a damn thing about it. So I'm not into that zodiac kind of stuff, that fortune-telling kind of thing. Not into it, man. No. I don't even watch the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know what that means either. And by the way, Pat Sajak used to host that show, kids. You don't know this. You're not old enough. Pat Sajak hosted this show since the 16th century. And then all of a sudden, Ryan Seacrest takes over the show and loses like 300 pounds. Not that he was fat to begin with. Ryan Seacrest now looks like a stick figure that you would draw when you're 2 years old. Ryan, man. Come on. Have a popsicle stick or something. You look like a popsicle stick is what happened. Have a meal. Eat some food, man. You look horrible. Your cheeks are drawn in. You look like one of those skeletons that they put up for Halloween in front of a house. Scare the children, Ryan. I don't want to get personal here, but come on, man. Anyway, Meals on Wheels, wherever they're coming from, eat them. Ryan, oh, God. It's a wheel of misfortune for you. What was I talking about? Oh, the Zodiac thing. Yeah, so some people live with that thing. I'm not into it. I don't know what I'm talking about, basically. Anyway, kids, here's why I'm talking about that. It's because, kids, social media is doing something to me, and I don't get involved. See, I don't care about social media. I'm just flabbergasted by it. There's a word I haven't said ever. That's a generation gap right there. I'm flabbergasted. Oh my God, do you take some type of a pill for that? Is that a gastric problem? Should you see your gastroenterologist, whatever that word is? I'm flabbergasted. yesterday I got into Facebook somehow. I think I got my shoelace caught in it. And there was a message in the Facebook thing for me. This is like, whoa. You see, I have a social media person who does this shit. I shouldn't say shit. Who does this stuff for me. And she's very good at it. And I don't understand what she could be maligning me on social media. I wouldn't even know she's doing it because there's no way of checking unless someone came up to me and said, Ron, why are they talking about you in such a disgusting way? Beyond what it actually is. I don't know. Maybe it's my social media manager angry because the contract is due soon, and I have no idea. But anyway, so I get into the Facebook thing by mistake, of course. I do nothing on purpose. And there's a message, and somebody, this is awful. I can't believe this is still happening at my age. She, I think it was a she. I really don't know. I really don't know what it was. But somebody on social media poked me. It said I'd been poked. What? What kind of thing is that? I'm being poked on social media. Poking me? I've heard of Pokemon, but I've been poked. Now I'm wandering the streets naked, screaming, I've been poked, I've been poked. I can't, why would someone poke me? Someone wants to take their finger and poke me. So I went on the social media Google thing, that machine. And I looked it up. I've been poked on Facebook. Someone poked me on purpose. And apparently, and I didn't know this, at least for the purposes of entertainment and discussion on this subject, I'll say I didn't know this, but I did find out that it means that someone said hello to me. Which begs the question, why didn't you just send me a message that said hello? Do you know why? Because this generation of whoever they are, and whatever they're called, Generation P, actually that's my generation. When I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm the Generation P. For some reason, they cannot send a little message that says hello. They only can send a message that says that I've been poked. Does this mean that when I'm walking my dog or something, or I run into someone that I think I know, instead of saying hello, I must take my finger and poke them? That's basically assault and battery. Or a poke and a finger is what it is. What? Why would I just walk up to somebody and poke them? Hey, Ron, why'd you just poke me? I'm saying hello. Ron, I don't think you understand here. It's not just, no, you're not supposed to actually do it. Yes, someone did it. They poked me on Facebook. So I'm poking you in person. You have a face. I'm poking you. Don't touch me. I'm poking you, man. Pokey man. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Why don't you just say hello? Then why don't they just say hello on Facebook then? Why do we have to come up with these stupid things? Do cowpokes, which I think are cowboys, do they actually go up to bovine and poke them in the stomach? Hello? Hello, cow. Hello, cow. I'm poking you. This is so confusing for me because I refuse to accept it. And that's when I realize, and I think that all of us at some time in our lives, and if you're a young person now, you're going to be old someday if you're lucky. That's questionable these days. by the things you eat and the world situation. Hope you make it. But that was grim, wasn't it? You're going to find out when you get older that you don't know what the hell's going on anymore. You just say to yourself at some point in your life, I'm out of it. I do not belong to this planet anymore. I don't understand what's going on. I am out of it. Everything around you starts changing. All the verbiage changes. The places that you used to go to all the time are closed now. People are passing away that you knew. It's just wow. It's all of a sudden and it'll happen to everybody. And social media and AI are very, very quickly accelerating this feeling of I don't know what's going on anymore. Now, of course, I'm being overdramatic with the overdramatic music in the background. I do understand most of it. And I know that when I was a young person, a teenager, a young adult, that my parents said this to me, said, Ron, because that was my name. They named me. They said, Ron, what is all this verbiage that you kids of today are using? We don't understand it. So this is a common thing. This isn't all of a sudden. But I do believe that social media and AIO have accelerated this generational divide. But it's perfectly fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's part of progression. This is what happens. I get it. Tomorrow I'm going to do a show about Alexa. There's a new Alexa that's come out, and you can actually, if you live alone, you can actually be on the verge of some type of psychological problem. Yeah, it's pretty severe. We'll talk about this tomorrow, where you can actually have a conversation with your device as if it's another person, back and forth with sarcasm thrown in and everything. It's phenomenal, and we'll play some examples of that, and we'll also pay them. I left the L out of the word. Boy, if you don't use the word L in play, it's pay. See? You see what I'm talking about? I don't even understand what I'm talking about. My guest coming up momentarily is Dr. Julie Gatza. And she's going to kind of continue this, but in a different sense. More of a Ryan Seacrest not eating enough food sense, because she's going to help us with eating properly and all that stuff, which is, it can be scary when she points out like what we're actually putting into our bodies, especially if you're dating sexually. Well, wait a minute. What did that mean? Wait a minute. What did that mean? No, it has nothing to do with that. It's the food that we eat, the processed foods. Well, how do we not do that? And, I was going to say organic food is very expensive, but now it doesn't matter because everything's very expensive, so it doesn't matter anymore. I had to second mortgage my home yesterday to fill my tank in my car, which is where the tank is. Gasoline prices, what is it, $75 a gallon now? I don't know. Anyway, so Dr. Julie will join us momentarily. She's a frequent guest on this show. But until we do that, and before we do that, there's this.
Everyone's doing a chicken sandwich these days, but nobody does it quite like Burger Guy. Introducing Burger Guy's new all-beef chicken sandwich. It starts with 3 of our signature paper-thin patties and a hearty helping of our something-like cheese sauce on a delicious day-old bun. So what makes it a chicken sandwich? Well, every Burger Guy all-beef chicken sandwich is topped with a crispy, Cajun spice, free-range chicken beak. It's the tastiest part of the chicken. Science tells us so. The new all-beef chicken sandwich. Available for a limited time, only at Burger Guy.
The Burger Guy All-Beef Chicken Sandwich is available as a meal combo with the Burger Guy metric ton of fries and keg of soda. The Burger Guy All-Beef Chicken Sandwich contains less than 2% chicken by weight and should not be confused with a chicken sandwich containing more than 2% chicken. Consult your physician before eating anything at Burger Guy, ever.
Dr. Julie Gotza joins us now. She joins us frequently because she educates us about how to take care of our bodies and eat better and all that kind of stuff. Thanks for being with us today, Dr. Julie.
Hey, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Well, we're talking about, you call this a toxic food environment. What does that mean?
Read labels.
Okay.
We're swimming in it. And, the more I find out, the more I really research and understand, we are just being poisoned right and left. And, it's already hard enough to eat well. And then, with our food quality not being up to par. So, the best thing that I can have my patients do and anyone that's listening is basically shop on the perimeter of the grocery store. And the reason being is that's where the real food is. You have your meats, your vegetables, your fruits. Nothing's really packaged, boxed, or cans except for the frozen section. And this is where the real food is. So we've gotten so into conveniences that our conveniences have become toxic to ourselves.
What about this flash frozen stuff where apparently it's, as soon as it's ready, it's frozen and nothing happens to it since? Are there preservatives involved in that?
Not usually,
Okay.
and I'm a fan of it, so I think
All
it's
right.
great. I've seen big florets of broccoli that you can flash and freeze and grab
Okay.
a bunch of them, and it's just simple.
Okay, all right. But labels will tell you so one way or the other, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you'd be surprised when you really start reading what's in all the food that you just assume is just a can of beans. And it's more than that. I mean, if you want to eat beans, the best way to eat them in the first place is to soak them overnight and let them actually break down. They're much more easily absorbed when you soak beans. So you want to buy them, raw and whole in the bag, not the can that's been sitting there for months and months and months.
Can we talk about water for a second, even though it's not on my list of questions here? But I'm confused about bottled water and plastic and glass, bottled water at all. Where do we stand on that?
I'm confused too.
Mm-mm.
And I mean that sincerely. I've seen, different studies that say certain bottled water and glass does not have the the plastic particulates. It's just, I don't know what to believe on this one. So, I buy water from plastic bottles, the big kind that get delivered to my house. I do plan to change it all over to an all, house water filter.
Yeah.
But, I haven't gotten around to that. It's just, you got to invest in that.
Okay. We've talked in the past about digestive enzymes. That seems to be a very important thing. You talk about gut health a lot.
I think it's the most important thing that a person has to first confront when they're trying to get healthy. If their gut isn't working properly, if they're bloated, if they're fat around the middle, if they have gas, bloating, indigestion, heartburn, constipation, diarrhea, acid reflux, none of these things are normal. They're just really common. And I see people who are seemingly healthy and they have, this bloated gut, and there's no way they're healthy. So they might be thin, they might, have energy, but they're not absorbing nutrition. Their gut is not efficient. They're toxic. They're starving, actually. And their whole body is yearning for the right nutrients, and you can't get them in until you fix that.
Yeah. Can you tell a lot about your body system by your elimination, quote unquote, process?
Yeah, in the 50s, they used to teach you that as a normal process, go through and say, this is what normal stools look like. This is when you have to, realize that something isn't healthy. And they would go through a whole thing so that people could actually see every morning, were they on the right track for, gut health or not? And, we just aren't making enough digestive enzymes in our bodies because our food has been altered, our soil has changed. And so as a general rule, we're lacking the ability to break down our foods. I am a huge proponent of taking high quality digestive enzymes. The one that I use is called Absorbade. And what it does is it breaks down your proteins, it breaks down the fats, it breaks down your carbohydrates, it even breaks down dairy products. This means like having a sous chef in the kitchen chopping up your meals super small so that it's actually absorbable to the body. So I think it's more important than taking a multivitamin because you're getting the nutrients from the foods, not trying to get it externally.
Yeah. I also something again that's not on the list here is artificial sweeteners. For diabetics, they kind of turn towards something like that, but is that always a great idea?
Never. I mean, it's just they're made in a lab and they're cancer causing to mice and rats and whichever. And, they don't even taste good. And it's something that it's like a throwback from the 60s or the 70s to have artificial sweeteners. If you want to sweeten your food, just use less. Try not to eat the white cane sugar. Maybe get organic. Try honey. There's maple syrup. Some people like to use agave. Other people like to use monk fruit. There's just so many options out there that actually are truly natural, and they don't spike the blood sugar the way that, white cane sugar could.
Yeah.
So there's lots of options.
Good. Okay. Because there's a lot of people in that category, unfortunately.
It's true. And, the biggest thing with that is they're not eating on the outside of the grocery store.
Yeah. Okay.
It starts with the breakdown of the body at one point, and it's because you're no longer efficient. So I've treated a lot of diabetics over the years, and we start with their gut as well.
Yeah.
Once their gut is corrected, that also means correcting their diets. So we have, lots of protein in vegetables and minimal carbs as far as in the grains and minimal fruit. And when they do this, their blood sugar starts to come down. They don't need the drugs that they were on, and they have healthier lifestyles. So it's just a matter of the food first and fix the gut and give them good digestive enzymes like the Absorbate.
Okay. So stay away if you can from chemical names in the ingredients listings.
Yes, and if it comes in a package, a box, or a can, most likely it has things in it that shouldn't be there. We've got bioengineered food now, and it means it's been made in a lab. So, I was always a fan of Altoids. I've loved them my whole life. I bought a can the other day, looked at the ingredients, and it had bioengineered food. And I went, wow, that is the last Altoid I'll ever eat. So, it's insidious. It's coming, your way. So make sure you read your labels and stay away from it.
Is it ever too late to do this? Like if you've been eating like this forever, like, okay, what's the point now? I'm already toxic.
It's such a good question. And no, it can change in such a short period of time. I'm still amazed. I've been a doctor for 35 years, and I see some very, very unhealthy people. And as soon as they get on the right track, it's like the body says, oh my goodness, thank you so much. We've been waiting for this.
Wow.
And it changes within a week's time. You can see that you're doing the right thing.
Huh. Okay. One more question, Dr. Julie. I wish I could actually 2,000, but I'm not supposed to. Vitamin supplements that you get over the counter, there's a lot of chemicals in that, and yet they're supplements. How do you deal with that?
That's a good question, too. So, there are only a handful of really good vitamin companies out there, and many others are in it for making money. I mean, everyone is, but they're cheaping out and fooling the public. So I always say you get what you pay for. There is no cheap calcium. There is no cheap vitamin E. There's not even super cheap digestive enzymes. But if you do a little bit of research, the companies need to be, checked out. Are they quality? What are they using as their sources? Are they using fillers? You deserve to do a little research because you're spending the money in the first place. And, the Absorbade that I love so much, it's an all vegan formula. Everything's from a plant or a vegetable.
Okay.
You know, it takes all the sort of history of people who have been breaking down food with their different cultures and throws those types of items into this digestive enzyme. And these are the things that are, you know, going to break down your proteins. You eat, you know, a steak and feel too full. You had a pizza and you know, your belly's hurting. Take these, take them with a meal, take them when you're not feeling great. And, you'll see the change in, you know, a short period of time. I have patients that have gotten rid of their over-the-counter, you know, remedies for digestion just by taking the Absorbate.
Okay, and you take it when needed, or can this be a routine?
Both. So, you know, I take it every meal. I have my patients do it because I want them to get more of the nutrients per each meal. It actually increases absorption by 72%. That's huge.
Yeah, it is huge.
And then if you have acid reflux or some heartburn, you overate or you're burping, okay, take a couple more. Take them when you go to bed at night. If you take them on an empty stomach, it helps with inflammation. It helps with breaking down toxins and viruses and bacteria. So it doesn't then break down your food. It's breaking down some other things in the body that are unwanted.
Well, isn't the goal of a happy life feeling good, right?
It really is, because who's having fun feeling digestive upset, laying in bed, holding their belly, you know, just acid reflux. How much fun are you if you're experiencing acid reflux?
Yeah, not much. You have to run to find resolves all the time. Okay, so give me a website where we can get a hold of this.
You can go to naturesources.com. They have the ability to get free samples on the website or 20% off your first order. So check it out. It's just, there's lots of great information. You can give it to your elderly, the kids. Lots of my patients give it to their dogs because it helps break down the actual meal for the dog as well.
Oh,
and
oh my God.
Yeah, you can also call the 1-800 number. And if you use the code radio, the same offer applies. So it's some free samples or 20% off. And that is 1-800-827-7656.
Perfect. And how do we follow the Dr. Julie Organization of America?
You can go on to my Instagram, which is the Florida Wellness Institute.
Great. Always a pleasure speaking to you.
You as well. I always enjoy it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Julie, and thank you to you. Of course, you eat the way you want to eat. These are just interviews. I don't want to tell you what to do. Nobody wants to tell you what to do. My God, no one wants to say what you should do. Don't do anything. Okay? All right. I'll be back again tomorrow with You'll Think, You'll Know. You won't think, you will know. It's going to be a very interesting episode tomorrow, so make sure you tune in. But until that time arrives, well, I gotta say it, man. I gotta say it. I wish you peace.